Hi, it's Mrs. Stitches or Sheila. Hi, everybody. Today's date is October 18th, 2025. I don't have a lot to show you today. I'm going to tell you a tiny little story about yesterday. And so it should be a short one today. First, I'll show you my pumpkin I made yesterday. So this is from Long John's, and they're a little misshapen. It's a funny shape, but aren't pumpkins? Oops! Oh, I dropped it. It's way over there now. I'll go grab it. Just a sec. Pumpkins are odd shapes, but doesn't that look cute? I think that looks adorable. I like them. It's funny, they're both the same size because when you make them, you do it twice the width of how wide the thing is. And because it's a sleeve and it's the leg down at the bottom of the leg, they're about the same size. So I thought that looked kind of funny. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to do my advent and then show you my whips and tell you a little story. So 18 to 18. Now this looks very similar to the one with the floss bob drops, but it isn't. It isn't. It's something different. It is something that's been repackaged up to make it square, to fool us. This must be a lot of work for her to have made all these and done all this wrapping of all this. You know, Christmas time, that's the hardest thing, is to do all the wrapping. It's a measuring tape. Oh, thank you, Chantel. I love this. Perfect. I'm always wanting one of these and I always misplace them. Thank you. You made this girl happy. Okay, so first I'll start off with, I didn't get much done, but I'll first show you. First, my Paint with Stitches Sal. That's what this Advent is Paint with Stitches. And she has really knocked it out of the park. Everything's been great. I got the table done. So all I got left is 2 pumpkins on the top, which I will do probably tomorrow. But yeah, there's my table done. Those are the legs. So that's all I had to do was the legs yesterday. But I was pretty busy and I was in a bit of pain after the dentist. So there we go. Pretty cute. And then this morning I just did a little bit of my stitch along. So, or not my stitch along, my thread a day in Sleepy Hollow by Glendon Place, a little bit glare. And so the thread I put in this morning, it's amazing how much you can get done though, was up here. So it was 317. It was a little bit under his leg there and a little bit over here. So I will carry on with whatever I decide tomorrow. I kind of look at the pattern and then I decide what color and then I just pull a thread and do one thread. So it's a nice little routine. It takes about 15 minutes, 10, I don't know how long. Okay. So I'll just give you a quick rundown of yesterday. So I went to the dentist and I've been going to my dentist for some time now, but they had a new associate dentist there. His name was Isaac. And I had only briefly met him last time at my checkup when they said, oh, we should redo that filling. They said it was only going to take 20 minutes. I thought it was going to be a real short visit. So I get there, and my appointment was at 12:30. I don't think I got in till 12:45. He was super busy. And they pull up the x-rays, him and his assistant Bob, and who I'd never met before either. And they go, oh. And I'm like, oh no, what's that mean? He goes, and then he asks me, how long have you had that filling? I don't know how long I've had a filling. Well, it turns out he explains to me, he sits back and explains to me, there's a pin in my filling. It's an old filling and there's a pin. So now when they remove the filling and put it in, there's a possibility that the pin could move and hit my root, which means I will need a root canal and a crown, which of course are very expensive, and and then if it moves and hit the root, it could be extremely painful too. So he says, hopefully it'll all go well, but I have to tell you of the risk. And I'm like, this was just supposed to be a 20-minute appointment that we're squeezing in before we were on the way to a physio appointment for my husband. And I'm like, oh, okay, but I only have a short time right now. Anyway, so he was said, I'm just telling you what the possibilities are. I have to tell you this. And so then they carried on. Well, it wasn't a 20-minute appointment. I was there till 1:30. And his freezing he did was great. I have actually never, now it was a new dentist for me really, and but it was very smooth the way he did the freezing. It was only the tooth that was frozen, not my cheek and my tongue. And the whole filling went quite smoothly. Had a bit of hard time with, how when they do at the end when you tap 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 and they're trying to get the bite right. I don't know if I got it right. It's always difficult for me to move my jaw around or whatever to get all the angles. It feels like there's a bit of a raised spot, but I'm going back on Tuesday for something else, so it doesn't matter. But then we went off. We were almost late for his physio appointment because we didn't get out of there till 1:45, and his appointment was 2:30. It's supposed to be a 30-minute drive, but it took longer. Get there, and that was the only time I got to stitch. His appointment was an hour, so I had time to stitch then. And then we went off to Mary Brown's, which is my favorite chicken place. And soon after that, the freezing started coming out and my tooth was sore. So in the future, anytime I'm going to the dentist, I really should have some aspirin or Tylenol or ibuprofen with me, some kind of painkillers, because I was hurting. I was hurting a lot, and it was just like, oh, it hurts. And so I just kind of finally, when I got home, I was able to take drugs, but we didn't get home till 8. It was quite late. And then we're off again tomorrow. We probably won't get home till 8 or 9. And my husband was exhausted when we got home. And here we are about to do it all again, off to Halifax to do the bird's nails. But that's what you got to do. So we're going to do it. And so, yeah, so we're just, like I said, I only got half an hour and we're heading on out. So off on another road trip. And this morning my tooth is fine. I feel fine. Tuesday I'm going is to get a bite plate, a night guard bite plate. So they have to do scanning of my mouth and then some other stuff. So it's supposed to be a really short appointment. And my husband's actually going for cleaning, so we're going together and I'm just getting squeezed in. So yay. But anyways, so I shall let you go. This was super short, probably the shortest I've almost been. Actually, it's not as short as I thought it was, but hopefully I'll get some stitching for tomorrow. We'll see. It's not always easy to stitch in the car. I've been knitting in the car, but I will take night watch with me and see. And maybe I'll try to finish up this stitch along the pumpkins, and then maybe take night watch as a backup. I may not get to it. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow. Have a great stitchy day. Bye.